all here. Wow. So, would you all be able to turn on your webcams, please? Would love to see you all. All right. Nice, happy, smiling faces. How many of you here want to be healthy? Raise your hands if you want to be healthy. And be a lot more happier in the process as well. Who want to be a lot more happier as well? All right. Great. Thank you very, very, very much. And I'm so glad that you all are here. Uh, why? Because we started with how many people on day one? Some of you know, 588. That's like etched in your memory right now. 588. Look at how many people are here today. Which means all of us are, we are action takers, right? And all of us need a big pat on our back for that. Can we do that? Can all of us do that? We deserve it, right? Awesome. That's good. And it's because you all are committed to your own growth. When you. Okay, let me ask you this. How many of you here are like, I would like to take care of my whole family?
You are all committed to your own growth.
How many of you here? I'd like to take care of my whole family. It's not only me, but I'd like to take care of my whole family, my entire family. And that's very important to me. Great. The first time I traveled in flight, this was in 2015. That was the first time I traveled in a flight. How many of you remember your first flight? It's just going to take off and you have no idea what's going to happen. Huh? Where is this going? And how is this going to fly? It's a big machine. How is this going to fly? Those feelings, do you remember? And me and Lakshmi were in a similar situation. So the first flight, when the instruction came that in case cabin pressure drops, and we were like, why should the cabin pressure drop? And since we learn a little bit of physics as well, so we thought, why should it drop? It only drops when it reaches a particular altitude. Why should it drop? And then the instruction continued. If it drops, there will be masks falling from top. Okay? And you're like, oh my god. And the person standing there was actually demonstrating it. Do you remember that? And as this person was demonstrating it, there's a very important instruction that came through. Do you remember what says next? Put your mask first. Wear yours first. And then help the next one. Right? So it's very important for us, which means that you are here to get your masks on. You understand the importance of your health before the next. And how many of you are committed to doing that? Each and every single day of your life. When it comes to health, you put yourself first. Because if we are not healthy, I know this so much because I went through that. The question that I asked to myself when Lakshmi told me that we're going to lose you in a few years from now, 5 years, exactly, that's what she said. That's what she said. And I was like, if I am not here, what good am I? I didn't even have a term insurance then. Right? What good am I to me or my family? So here, being here means that all of you are actually committed to your growth every single day. Congratulations for that. You guys are great. Right? Excellent work. Thank you very much. Can we all clap for everybody else here? Clap, clap, clap for everybody else here. Wow. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, let me just bring the presentation on. Just give me a moment. Okay. Oh, I forgot a very important question. What is the day today called?
Yeah, good.
What is the day today called? It's called the Hacks Day. Day 5, Friday, those are all common ones, but this is called the Hacks Day. Right? Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. So this is what you've done over the last few days. And is it okay if I ask you a lot of questions today? Is it okay if I ask you a lot of questions today? Do I have your permission to do that? Yes. And is it okay if some of them are uncomfortable? Is it okay if some of them are uncomfortable?
Great last line. Yeah.
If not okay, let me know. Okay, I like to give you a reason for that. Manju says no. Okay, and if it's uncomfortable, you don't want it. That's okay. After the syllabus, that's everything is in syllabus, my friend. Everything is in syllabus. Right? Absolutely. You know why? Our growth. Okay, there are two things. One is our comfort zone, and one is outside your comfort zone. Tell me which will give you growth. Is it being in comfort zone or being it outside comfort zone? What will give you growth? Anywhere. Is it inside or outside? Inside or outside? Your success, your growth is always outside your comfort zone, and you have been doing that all your life. Because the first, which was your first success? Can somebody tell me in your life, which was the first success that you did where you came out of your comfort zone? Which was the first success in your life where you came? Birth, exactly. Birth. Coming out of your mother's womb, from that point on, you have been you have been outside your comfort zone. The only point that you need to ask yourself is how far you are expanding your comfort zone. It's all about how far you're able to expand your comfort zone. And you, by being in this workshop, you've realized what is your gut and why you actually need to reset it. You realize how toxic your system is, and you have a doubt that your gut might be leaky. You also now have a proven method. We'll revise that once again. How many of you want a revision for the 5 elements here today? Do that. Yeah. You have a proven method and you've already experienced a shift. You've been programmed by the industry to crave for things that you do not need, which you know, and you know what is happening because of that. And you've learned how to curate your diets according to your prakriti. This is what you've done. Okay. That is okay, Wasim. If you do not want revision, that's fine. Okay, but we are going to revise. You know why? Because that is what is going to save you. Right? Say in the chat box, if for some of you it has become very clear that taking care of your 5 elements is the only way to save you. If you take care of that, they will take care of you because that is what you are made of, my friend. All right, brilliant. Thank you very much. Super. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's quickly revise Earth. What does Earth mean? What does Earth mean? We're not going to go into the details of it, but what does Earth mean? Food. And what type of food? What type of food? Prakriti based food. Exactly. Prakriti based food. And for how many of it has become clear that having Prakriti based meals is the easiest way to get healthy. Are Prakriti based meals one of the easiest way to get healthy because they align with your body type? I would like to see a lot more responses. I can see only a few today, right? So it's very important to have Prakriti based meals which will tell you which will tell you what you can do according to your body type. Okay, now the book that was shared with you yesterday, how many of you got the book? Type me in the chat box if you got the book and the shopping list that came with it in the WhatsApp group. That is the detail that you need in this workshop. Because for everything else where you need more detail, you will need practice, just information. For how many of you here, it has become very clear to you that information is not going to help us. Just information is not going to help us. Only transformation will help you. When you commit to a process and you stick on it, that is what action is going to help you. It's not information. Because if information had helped, We have more information than what the US president had in 1995. Only transformation will help you. Okay? Great. Now, Earth is all about Prakriti based meal times and food. Now, next. Water. What do you do in water? What do you do in water? Detox tea. Detox tea is what you do. What are the three ingredients? Three ingredients of detox tea? Jeera. What else? Fennel, cumin. Sorry, one more. Cumin, soft coriander. Yes. Cumin, coriander, fennel. These are the three ingredients of detox tea. Fire. What are the two things that you do in fire? What are the two things that you do in fire? Okay. Triphala. As usual, how much triphala would you take? How much triphala would you take? 3 pinches. So can you count for me? 1, 2, and 3. All right, great. And how much water should you take? Very quickly, how much water should you take? Half a glass of warm water. You add it to half a glass of warm water. Brilliant. And what time do you take it? Very quickly. What time do you take it? Before bed. In fact, it is not exactly before bed, but this has to be the last thing that goes in, apart from water. This has to become the last thing that goes in. It will be best if you can take at bedtime, but uh, I'm at this time because immediately after this I go sleep, right? So mostly by around 9:30, 9:45, maximum 10:30. Yeah. Thank you. How many of you have started on Trifla? Me in the chat box if you have started on Trifla already. Because if you have not, you're missing the big thing out of this. Okay, please start it. If you have not started, please start. If you have ordered, brilliant, you'll get it started off. Okay, great work, super. Now, the next thing is the scrub. After Trifla comes the scrub. Now, the air. What are the two things that you'll do? Two things in air. Two things in air. Conscious breathing and life points breath work. We'll practice the life point breath work once again today, okay? We'll do that once again. Now, what about space? What about space? Meditation and foot massage. Brilliant. So you all are on track. Super. And till when will you do this? Till when will you do this? Lifelong. You know what? All these are long-term games. It's just like you would invest in anything that is like gold. How many of you here invest in gold? How many of you see gold as an investment? How many of you see FDs as an investment? How many of you here invest in different things for your financial future? How many of you do that? I'm sure all of you do it in different ways, right? But by far, the most important investment out of all this, what is the most important investment? It is your health. You know what? Because you can have financial safety, you can have many other things, but if health is not there, none of them would make sense, right? So it's very important that you invest in your health, and this is a major investment for you. This is a major investment. Okay, good. Thank you. Is it okay if I answer all your questions at the end? Because I'll be there till about 9:30 today. Is that okay if I answer all your questions at the end? Right? You can ask me here in the chat box, I'll answer them. Okay, at the end. Okay, thank you very much. So today is the hacks day. The day you start reprogramming. Now, what does that mean? You would have realized that there is a certain programming that we get into. How many of you here felt for sure that there is a certain kind of programming that is happening inside us through different media, to different products. How many of you felt that? Type me in the chat box if that's you. That there is a programming going in
Artificial
inside
intelligence.
each and every one of us. That's it. That's what happens. We are being constantly programmed. And today is the day that you start reprogramming. Now, what are hacks? Before I tell you what are the need for hacks, what are hacks? What are hacks? Methods. What else? Alternate solutions. Lipika, brilliant. Shortcuts. What else? Quick action. Simpler solutions. Little changes. Can somebody give me a Hindi name for hacks? Hindi Hindi name. Ah, there you go. I love that word. Jugaad. Right? Hacks are jugaad. And how many of you here know that jugaad is a positive word? Actually, a positive word. Type B in the chat box if you know that jugaad is actually a positive word. It was supposed to be a very positive word. It is the easiest and the most simplest way of reaching somewhere. Don't you think life has to be easy? Life is easy. We make it difficult. Life is simple. We make it complicated, don't we? Similarly, we need jugaads in life. Yes. Now, how many of you here feel that? Is there any disturbance in my voice? I hope it's clear. Hope it's clear. So, Miss Reddy, would you be able to check that out, please? Because I can see that there are only a few who. There's only one who said that there's a problem. Please check it, please. Right now, we need hacks. Why? Why do we need hacks? अभी ये पता लग गया कि हैक्स क्या है, अभी उसका जरूरत क्या है. What's the need? Easy to implement and stay with. Okay. Easy to reach a point. When it comes to health, why do you need it? Simpler solutions, because long route isn't feasible many times. Okay. To get out of programming, to solve confusions. What else? Shortcut, not enough time. Stick with it. The reason, the main reason why we need hacks today is this. The whole environment that you are in is negatively hacked. The whole environment that you are in is negatively hacked. The food, the pharma, the wellness industry is making sure that you form unsuitable habits for you. Now, what do unsuitable habits mean? Would you like to have a, um, a demonstration of that? Raise your hands if you want a demonstration of that. I'd like to know how do unsuitable habits feel and what do they lead to. Okay, let's do this. Can how many of you here have seen a conveyor belt in a food industry, wherein there is a box and the machine drops things, and it is when it's packed, it's sent out. How many of you have seen that? Right? All of you have seen that, right? It just goes and goes and goes, and then it goes into the box, and then it is shipped out. Right? This is what happens now. I want all of you to close your eyes. I'm sure you guys are pretty comfortable with my voice by now. So close your eyes. All of you, go close your eyes. Now, remember the earliest moment in your life where you ate something that came out of a processed packet. It can be something as simple as a chocolate or anything that you ate. The oldest memory. It can even be. Keep your eyes closed. As you do this, keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed and just listen to my voice. The oldest time when you listen or when you ate something that's a piece of junk. Now, as you go through that moment, experience yourself land on that conveyor belt in that industry. The moment you ate it, you landed on that conveyor belt. And every time You kept craving for something and you opened your mouth, there was a machine on top that just kept dropping all those junk that you did not need, but you kept eating it. Every time you open your mouth, more lands right into your mouth. And this conveyor belt goes on and on and on and on till a point where you reach the end of the conveyor belt, and from there you land into a box. This is not your coffin yet. And as you land inside that box, the box is so deep that you're unable to find your way out of it because this was conveniently placed by the pharma industry, which makes you dependent on that for lifetime. How many of you here understood? Open your eyes and let me know if you understood that the conveyor belt that I was talking about is the food industry and the box is the pharma industry. And this is exactly what is happening around us. It is not only we that are at risk, it is our whole generation, and the generation is at risk. There was a question that was asked to me once. Are you a humanity positive individual or are you a humanity negative individual? The person, anybody have you heard of this question? Humanity positive or humanity negative? The way you live today, is it contributing to humanity, or the company that you work in, is it contributing to humanity or is it not contributing to humanity? This becomes very relevant to us because what steps we take. Now we might think, I mean, why should I listen to all this lecture? I just have to live my life day to day. Why can't I do that? Because if we do not contribute to humanity today, we might not have a humanity tomorrow. That is the stage that we are going into. Every day, I see people who had absolutely no problem the previous day are falling not well and passing away because the stage that we are in right now in our life or in our generation is that we are dominated by a major mafia which is called the pharma, and which is causing its influence in the food industry. This is how bad it is today. And not only we, but our generations to come. How many of you are able to feel that it's true? That's what's happening around us. And type out in the chat box if you would like to come out of it. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Now, what happens is we think that everything is fine. How many of you had these days where you're totally in control? Where you felt that you're totally in control? You felt like this person with a sword that I am in total control of my health. Were there days, type me in the chat box? Were there days when you felt this? And you know what happens the next day? Even if there is a small leak somewhere, there's a small gap somewhere, it just props up with unexpected problems. And this is not because you are not careful enough, because the environment around you is smarter than what you are. They are smarter than you. They're very smart. And they've got big budgets. Right? You're back to square one. Exactly, that's what happens. Now, the best way, now you've understood the problem. Now, what is the best way to beat a hack? What is the best way to beat a hack? What do you think is the best way to beat a hack? Counter attack, okay? Another hack. Yes, you should have a smarter hack. Let me tell you a small story of Pepsi here. Pepsi saw a huge drop in their sales at one point. And it was also a point where they saw that there was a video floating around in the market which said that Pepsi can be used for a very different purpose, very creative purpose. Can you tell me what is that for? What can Pepsi be used for very creatively? Domex will cost you 200 rupees. Pepsi will only cost you 50 rupees. It can be used to clean your toilets. Right? So that is what people understood, that Pepsi can be used as a toilet cleaner. Still, we don't use Pepsi to clean our toilets. How sad is that? Still, we buy, even today we buy Domex. Pepsi is cheaper. Now, when this started happening, Pepsi saw that there was a huge dip in their sales. And what they did is, and I got a confirmation from few of our participants also, that this is exactly what Pepsi did. What they did was, they bought a lot of healthy companies. They invested in a lot of healthy companies, major shares in a lot of healthy companies. And you know what happened because of that? They grew. The healthy companies, they grew. Pepsi got scared. They have bigger budgets than many developing countries. They have bigger marketing budgets than many developing countries. But they got scared. They got so scared that they had to change their strategy of pushing unhealthy things into our life time and again. And who forced them to do that? Who forced Pepsi to change their strategy into something healthy? Who did that? In the chat box. Who made Pepsi do that? We made Pepsi do that. And each and every one of us has got the potential to do that. All of us have got the right potential to do that. All we need to know is to do this, to use your 5 elements to your advantage. To use the 5 elements to your advantage, and that's exactly what you're going to do today. What is the most important element? It is the Agni or the fire. Let's go hack your fire. Now, how do you decide when to eat your next meal? How do you decide when to eat your next meal? Hungry, time. You can be as creative as possible. Time, what else? You can be like, I get bored, so I eat. You can also be like, oh, my friends came over. I did eat. I had nothing else to do, so I ate. I got emotional, so I ate. I'm very happy, so I ate. All these are things that we hear from time to time, which is a fact. Yeah, you see food, you eat. Right? You see food and you eat. All these are different reasons for us to eat. Now, how many of you here would like to have a checklist? Me in the chat box if you want a checklist to know exactly when to have your next meal. And this is not a checklist that came out in social media last week, okay? This is not one of those. It did not come out in social media last week. It is a 4,000-year-old checklist. कितना है? 4,000 साल पुराना. 4,000 years old. And this is one checklist that will constantly keep assessing during the 21-day challenge. You'll keep assessing this. By the end of 21 days, you'll become a pro at it, because every day you'll constantly assess what is happening. Okay, so the checklist is called the 5E digestion checklist. And here is how it sounds in Sanskrit. Would you like to listen to it in Sanskrit first before I bring it up on the screen? Sanskrit? It goes like this. Udgara shuddhirutsaho vegotsarga yadochita lakuta kshut pipasacha jirna aharasya lakshana. Now this explains what would you feel like if, or what are things that I should look for before I decide to eat my next meal. That is what it will tell you. Okay, so this is how you need to check. Open page number 36 and write this down. Okay, write this down. That Udgara Shuddhi, which is clear burp. That is when you burp, when you have that burp, right? Dhakar. When you have the burp, it should not have the taste or smell of the previously eaten food. Simple. It should not have the taste or smell of the previously eaten food. Next is an energetic feel. If your food, the previously eaten food, let me go one step back. How many of you here have felt that when you burp, there is a taste and smell of the previously eaten food. Many times you feel that the taste and smell is still there, but still, since it is time, you would eat, or because you're hungry, you would eat. So always and always make sure that your burp should be clear before you have it. Okay. Also, you should have an energetic feeling. It's a direct indication of good digestion. An energetic feeling is a direct indication of good digestion. Only if you feel energetic should you eat food. If you feel that there's a taste and smell of the previously eaten food and you're not feeling energetic, do not have your food. What will you add to? Which number will go up if you do that? Exactly. Your talk score will go up if you do that. And how many of you want to bring your talk score down? Type down in the chat box. If you would love to bring your talk score down, type down in the chat box. I can see that only about 10-15 people need their talk scores down. Others are okay with it? Okay, brilliant. Super. Talk score down. Now, clear natural reflexes. That is, if you are going to sit down and have your food, if you plan to go sit down and have your food, it is important that you should not have the urge to poop or pee. You should not feel like urinating or defecating. That feeling should not be there. Of urinating and defecating, that feeling should not be there.
ఎవరి కోసం పెట్టుకున్నావు?
There should be a lightness in body and mind. Your body and mind both should feel light. You should feel good. So, your body and mind should feel light. So, clear natural reflexes, which means if you have the urge to poop or pee, it's ideal that you finish all that and then come have your food. That's what I meant by that. Now, next is the importance of having a prayer. Lightness in body and mind. How many of you here have felt that when you say thanks to the food that you eat, you feel good? Felt that? How many of you felt that? When you say thanks, feel good. Now, the perfect way to understand prayer is something that I saw from a movie which my teacher brought into my attention once. How many of you have not seen the movie The Life of Pi? It's very difficult to miss that movie. How many of you here have not seen? Type no in the chat box if you have not seen the movie called The Life of Pi. If you have not seen the movie called The Life of Pi, and if you're somebody who would like to uh, grow spiritually, you must watch it. It's a must watch. It's not an option. I'll tell you why. It's got so many lessons that can, or the book, D'Souza, C. D'Souza, that's totally fine, right? The book as well. The book is brilliant, no doubt. So the book or the movie both give us so many insights into our own life that many things cannot.
వీళ్ళ దగ్గర
So in that movie, I'll just give you a quick background. In that movie, there's a boy
వెబినార్ కన్నా
who
ముందు మనం వాడు
is stuck in the middle of the ocean because his ship got damaged and he had to escape in a houseboat. Sorry, not houseboat, lifeboat. Sorry, he had to escape in a lifeboat, and he was stuck with a tiger, a fully grown tiger, Bengal tiger, and he was stuck with the tiger, and they had some food on the uh, lifeboat, which they shared for a few days, and after that the food got exhausted and there was nothing and he was about to die. Now you might ask, he's in the middle of the ocean, can't he not get fish? There's a catch. He was a vegetarian. He was a vegetarian boy stuck in the middle of the ocean with a tiger with no food. What will he do? Bichara kya karega abhi? Right? So what happened is, okay, background, the dog is barking. Okay, that is my second child at home. So I've just done something for that. Okay. We've got two kids at home. One has got a tail. Okay, now This boy was stuck in the middle of the ocean with the tiger, and he's a vegetarian. And at the end, he decided to catch a fish. He had no other choice. He would die otherwise. So he decided to catch a fish. And the moment he caught the fish and he put it, and as he was about to kill it, he was doing it for the first time in his life. As he was about to kill that fish, he said something. He said, anybody remember the dialogue? Thank you, Lord Vishnu, for coming in the form of this fish. Thank you, Lord Vishnu, for coming in the form of this fish. He did not say, thank you, God, for giving me this fish. No, he did not say that. He said, thank you for coming in the form of that, which means the food that is there on your plate is God itself. The moment you pray, you connect with that divinity. And whatever you are able to see outside is because something that you have inside. How many of you believe in that? That whatever you're able to see outside is because you see something inside you. If you've seen that I come out to you as somebody who really cares for you, it's because you have that care inside you. You felt good when you were with me because you feel good about yourself, because you're a good person. That's exactly what will reflect outside, always and always. And as you would connect with your food, just check what are the connections that we have. Hacks are not about tricks and tips. Hacks are about these small things that we have in our life, which we overlook. We become disconnect with the food, with the environment around us. How many of you feel this? That we are disconnect right now. We're not connected in a healthy way with many things in our life. We look at a samosa and say, 5 kilo badega isse. We look at a pizza and say, oh my God, this is junk. Look at the connection that we have towards food. That's what we need to change. So it's always important that we pray. The moment we pray, we connect with the divinity in the food. And look at the last thing on the list. Please read it out for me. What is the last thing on the list? What is the last thing on the list? Hunger is the last thing on the list. Last thing you need to check for is the hunger. Right. Now, hack number 2. Hack number 2. Open page number 37. Open page number 37. And can you see that there are two columns, one with a number and one which is empty? Can you see that? Yes, in the chat box if you can see that. One with 7 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the whole next column is empty. In each of those rows in that second column, you write trifla, 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 trifla. In each of those columns, write trifla, which means trifla is to be taken. Trifla is to be taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are the 7 days of the week. Okay? Trifla is to be taken every day. Alright? Every day. Brilliant. Now, on day 2, 4, and 6. On day, write it in the chat box. On day 2, 4, and 6. Write 2, 4, 6 in the chat box if you're clear about the fact that you need to write it on day 2, 4, and 6. You write, already have written trifla. Now write plus flaxseed powder plus psyllium husk. Both are half teaspoon each. So, how much trifla would you take in the chat box? Let me know in the chat box. How much trifla would you take? How much trifla? 3 pinches. How much flaxseed? Half teaspoon. How much psyllium husk? Half teaspoon. Every alternate day. Every alternate day. Correct? Trifla, flaxseed, psyllium husk. Now this is to improve the efficiency of trifla. Take it only for 3 months. Take it only for 3 months. Bedtime. Time doesn't change. 3 pinches of trifla, half teaspoon powdered flaxseed, half teaspoon psyllium husk only for 3 months. Okay, only for 3 months. Take it for 3 months and then continue with Trifla. By that time, your gut would be really good. I mean, in the sense that it will be clean, at least. Okay, good. All together, एक साथ लेना है. Yes. All right. Thank you very much. Psyllium husk is isabgol. How much? It is written here: half teaspoon each of powdered flaxseed and psyllium husk every alternate day. Okay. Now, warm water doesn't change. Warm water. How much fluid should you drink? Okay. How much water should you drink in a day? How much water should you drink in a day? Let me know in the chat box. 5 liters. Okay, 2 liters. I'm seeing some intelligent answers based on your weight. Okay. 3 liters. Good. Now, the amount of water is not the question that we need to ask ourselves. What is water? Water is a water is a water is what? Jal wo samajh mein aaya. Water is a fluid, exactly. Water is one of the fluids, correct? Water is one of the fluids. So the total amount of fluid that you need in the day is what you need to define. Amount of fluids that you need to take in a day. So let's say that how much fluid should you drink is the question that you need to ask. So now tell me, what kind of place do you live in? Is it a dry place or is it a humid place? Is it a dry place or is it a humid place? Bangalore is neither dry. Tell me, what climate is it in Bangalore? Bangalore is not dry or humid. What type of climate do you have in Bangalore? Is it dry or is it humid? Not mix. Is it dry or is it humid? I'm sure that it is dry. I'm confident that it is dry. Delhi is majorly dry. Certain seasons are humid. That's all. What is it majorly? Dry or humid? Humid is where it. You see, I'm sitting inside an air-conditioned room even in the month of July here. Even if it rains, if I close the windows, it's going to be hot here in Kerala. It gets hot. So that's humidity. You sweat. You sweat. If your place you don't sweat, then that's
right now I
dry.
am in Mumbai and
Otherwise, it should be humid, dry or humid. Now, what is your weight in kilograms? You can put your weight in kilograms here. It's okay because nobody else will see it. Okay, weight in kilograms, and I'll keep the chat box safe. Okay, weight in kilograms. Okay, now what you do is you've got your weight in kilograms. If you stay in a humid place, if you're staying in a humid place, multiply your weight in kilograms with, if you're in a humid place, multiply your weight in kilograms with 50. Multiply your weight in kilograms with 50. If you stay in a dry place, multiply 50, 50, right? Multiply your weight in kilograms with 50 if you stay in a humid place. If you stay in a dry place, multiply your weight in kilograms with 40. Tell me what is the number that you get here in the chat box. 3750, 342, 800, 4450, 3280. Somebody got 320. What is your weight, my friend? Okay. I hope that was a mistake. No, okay, all right. So now, okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I understood that. It was just a joke. All right. Now, this is the amount of fluid that you need to have in milliliters. That you need to have in milliliters per day. Now, what does it mean? If you are in a hot place, Sorry, if you're in a dry place, you multiply your weight in kilograms with 40. If you're in a humid place, multiply your weight in kilograms with 50. This is the amount of fluid that needs to go in, including all the detox tea, the milk tea, black tea, black coffee, all that. Then you have the water that you would drink. Then you drink any soups, you drink any shakes. Everything put together, it should be this much minimum. You can add another 20 percentage to it. That's all. You don't need more than that. Curd, buttermilk, everything. Kuch bhi. If you are a sportsman, you can increase that a little bit more because your body is losing a lot of water at the same time, right? So you can have a little bit more, no problem. At maybe 50, 60% more, because if your creatinine is high, please reach out to your doctor, please. If you consult a doctor, please do reach out to me. Because I don't know your case, I might not be able to comment on that, Okay, all right. Now, this is how you calculate the amount of water or fluids, W or F. F, the amount of fluids. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Now you get the drill. Okay. Now, next is the Prithvi element. This is one of my favorite elements. Okay. Hacks in Prithvi have saved me a lot of time and peace of mind. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you a few switches to do in your kitchen. A few switches. Please write these down. Okay. Please write these down. When I tell you, please write these down, and also the reason. I'll take your questions at the end if you have any. What you can do is, at the back side of your book, you can park all your questions there. Type park in the chat box if you're going to park all your questions. You find a blank page, park all your questions. Type park in the chat box that you're going to park all your questions. Park all your questions and I'll answer at the end. Okay. Now, replace sugar with jaggery, palm sugar, coconut sugar, date sugar, or honey.
ఇవన్నీ సప్లై చేస్తాడా?
Okay. Yogita 2500 2.5 liters.
honey ఉంది, jaggery ఉంది.
Replace sugar with jaggery, palm sugar, coconut sugar, date sugar, mishri, that is khand, all these natural forms, natural varieties with sugar. Now, how many of you here take jaggery and milk because it feels really good and it's very healthy to do that? How many of you do that? I can see at least love to. Okay. How many of you add jaggery to milk tea? Jaggery to milk tea. Because sugar is not good, so I would add jaggery to milk tea, milk coffee, or milk itself, or to curd, or to buttermilk, because jaggery is not good. Sorry, sugar is not good. So you take jaggery, right? You are literally killing yourself. If you're using jaggery with any milk product, any dairy product, okay? If you're mixing jaggery with any dairy product, not even curd, nothing. You should not mix jaggery with anything except, Prashant, putting it in block letter doesn't mean that it's going to change. Okay, so not even curd. You can add it to ghee and nothing else. You can add to ghee and nothing else. How many of you here payasam? We prepare payasam at home. Okay, we add jaggery to only that payasam where we use coconut milk. Yes, to coconut milk you can add. It is not a dairy product, right? You can add mishri, which is the raw sugar that you get, dhaga mishri. Okay, all that is good. Date sugar, coconut sugar, all these are good, but not jaggery. It is a poison. It is a poison. And next is honey. Honey can be added to most things, but only thing to make sure that the liquid is not more than 42 degrees Celsius. The honey that you add should not be to a liquid that is more than 44 degree Celsius. Ramya, I did not understand that. A Gunduji, your voice is breaking. I did not understand that. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, you should not add honey to it, because if it is honey, only then you need to be careful. Not more than 42 degrees Celsius. Not more than 42 degrees Celsius. If it is more than 42 degrees Celsius, honey would just disintegrate. Okay? Can we shake ourselves up? I'll continue. I can see that. Go ahead, shake yourself up. You want to get up and do it, okay? You want to get up and do it, Good. Okay. Now, honey will become a poisonous substance, so you do not want to add it to that. Okay. Now, next is ghee. Do not add ghee. Sorry. Replace butter with clarified butter or ghee. Replace butter with clarified butter or ghee. And next is replace common salt with rock salt. Replace common salt with rock salt. How many of you have felt that you were having the wrong things and it's something that needs to change? If not, your gut is going to be in a lot of risk. One of the masterminds that we give out along with the 21-day challenge is on Viruddhahara. Okay, is on Viruddhahara or incompatible food combination. That is one of the bonuses which we give out free along with the 21-day challenge. Okay, so you'll get it there. So whoever is in the challenge, you'll get that. Okay, good. Now, Viruddhahara. Okay, next. Red chili. Red chili. Replace red chili with black pepper or the combination which is called cricketoo. If you want to get black pepper from our store, it is from our farm. Totally organic farm. If you want to get it from there, you can get it from there. The black pepper. Cricketoo, we get it from a good source. Okay. So cricketoo is something that you can also get, because I saw that my friends are using cricketoo a lot in cooking instead of red chili powder after I told them that it can be done. Okay, so they've stopped using red chili powder and they're able to see that their acidity came down, their anger came down. They became more peaceful in their relationship. Because once your gut heals, your relationship would also change. You'll feel much more peaceful. Yes, you can have green chili, no problem. Green chili wouldn't be a problem. Okay? Is that tasty? Why don't you try it out, Bibin? Try it out. Now, how many of you here are non-vegetarians? Non-vegetarians. Turn on your webcams, everyone. I can see that some of you are going off. How many of you here are non-vegetarians? Non-veg. Okay. Confirm to me in the chat box, would you eat a stuffed animal? Would you eat an animal that is stuffed, as in with cotton? Only the external is there, but the internal is not there. Would you eat that? No, you wouldn't eat that. Then why on earth would you have refined oils? Both are dead. Both don't have life in them. Refined oils are refined to help industry sell more, not to make our hearts healthier. They remove the life so that they can remain in the shelf for long. We have no idea how much they have been fined or what all have happened to them because of these misleading information that they've given out. But they put everything under the carpet because they have got the money power. You never would know. We are kept in the dark. It's so disheartening to see that even doctors say that Safola le lo, heart ke liye acha hai. That happens. remove all the refined oils. Okay. Now I'll give you 4 oils that you can use for your day-to-day use. 4 oils, 4 healthy oils. In an Indian context, these are very, very healthy.
చెయ్యి కానీ కాలు కానీ మొహం కానీ
4 oils.
ఆవిడే
Dr. Jigna, thank you so much for being so honest here. That doctors are trained by, yes, medical representatives these days. Yes.
సార్
The
మేడం
pharma trains the doctors. I am not against. Okay. I'm totally, I am part of that community.
మేడం
I know
చేసేది
how it works. 4 oils. Okay. 4 oils. One is coconut oil. Coconut oil, not because I'm a mallu. Okay.
అయిపోయిందంటే చూసి
It is good. Second is sesame oil. Okay. Third is groundnut oil. Fourth is mustard oil. I can see a few faces going, mustard oil aa gaya. No, there are 4, right? There are 4 oils. These are good for deep cooking, deep frying, anything that you want to do, it can happen. But
సార్ చెప్పేసి వచ్చేస్తాను
not olive oil, not sunflower oil, safflower oil, rice bran oil. No, they are not good for deep frying. They have got very low smoke points and they become denatured when you heat it up. So no, right?
సార్
Now, if you want one that is best
సార్
among all the things that you can use for cooking, it is. Can somebody tell me? What is that? I've not told. Yes, it's not on the list. It's ghee. Out of all of this, the best that you can have is ghee. How many of you here have a feeling that ghee makes you put on weight? How many of you here have a feeling that ghee makes you put on weight and ghee can lead to heart diseases? Ghee can lead to cholesterol.
సార్ సార్ అది
How many of you have that?
వేరే వర్క్
Even
సార్
today,
లాగౌట్
I
అవ్వమా
took
సార్ రేపు జాయిన్
about
అవుతాను
10 teaspoons of ghee today.
ఈ పిక్చర్ మాత్రం పెట్టండి సార్
Today, I would have taken 10 teaspoons of ghee. Right? I have given 1.5 liters of ghee to a client in a period of about 8 days. 1.5 liter to a client in over a period of 7 to 8 days, and his cholesterol came down, his weight reduced. It's a process that we do. Don't just go take it.
ఓకే సార్
Right? And his relationship improved as a process. He was able to save his marriage. Right? So what I'm trying to say is your gut and what you do with your gut has got a lot of things that happen with your other areas of your life as well. Okay, so stay away from refined oils. And if you want to have ghee, let me tell you this as well. Very important. If you want to have ghee, there are 2 varieties of ghee available in the market. One is the one variety that you'll find on our store, which is A2 ghee, which comes as a result of, it comes from, what we get is from MP, is from Madhya Pradesh, it's Gir, and it's from a farm that has got only white Gir cows. Okay, and they are very healthy because it belongs to a friend of mine, so I know where it comes from. Second, we use it at home. So A2 ghee that is prepared in a particular method wherein the milk is curdled, curd is prepared, butter is taken out, it is liquefied, and ghee is prepared. This is number 1. Rajendra, please go find out. It is there on the website. I'm not promoting our ghee here. Just find out a good source for ghee, that's all. Okay, find out a good source, and if you can't find, get it from our store. We'll ship it to you. Now, we're doing this to make sure that you get a good source. Our website that we have is going to be a source for anything that you need, because we are cultivating rice as well, the old varieties of rice in our maternal farm, in my maternal farm. So a lot of things coming up. So what I'm trying to tell you here is ghee, there are 2 varieties. One is where it is prepared from butter. There is a second variety which is available. Almost 80% of the ghee that is available in the market is milk, fat removed, Liquefied, bottled, sold. Did you get that? Milk, fat is removed, liquefied, bottled, sold. It will kill you if you take it regularly. It will increase your cholesterol. It will increase your your BP. That is what I've seen. It will increase your constipation, and all this goes down to cardiac problems in the long run. So please make sure that you're not taking ghee that is available cheap in the market. It will be cheap to buy, but it will be very costly in the hospital in your life. These are things that we don't know, right? So we need to be very conscious of that. Brilliant. Thank you. Next. You can buy butter, but you know where the source is from, my friend. Okay. Next is the Vayu or the wind element. How many of you here have a small pouched belly? Small or a big one? Small or a big one? Small or big? किसी और को पता नहीं चलेगा. Only I can see the chat box.
Chat only I can see.
So small, I see small, big one. Somebody said a big small one. Okay. Me big. Okay. Right. So you know what? You can use your breath to bring that down. This is something that I practice. Okay. What you need to do is, it's called the abdomen tuck. Okay. Vishal, please ask me this question at the end. I'll answer it. Okay. Now, what you do is you inhale. And as you inhale, let your abdomen expand. Let your abdomen expand. As you inhale, let your abdomen expand. And as you exhale, let your abdomen contract. And as it contracts, pull your abdomen in. You inhale, let your abdomen expand. And as you exhale, let it contract. And then you pull your abdomen in. You inhale, it's not Kapalabhati. It's a bit different. You inhale, let it expand. You exhale, let it contract. You pull it in. You do it constantly. In Uddiyana Bandha, you're locking it. Your Uddiyana Bandha is actually a lock. You lock it. But here you're just doing it momentarily. You're inhaling, you're exhaling, you're pulling your abdomen in. You're inhaling, you're exhaling, you're pulling your abdomen in. What is happening is your abdominal muscles are getting toned and your solar plexus, Manipura chakra, right? This is getting activated. The Samana Vayu, all these are getting activated. These are terms that is there in Indian way of understanding physiology. So all this gets activated, and because of which your digestive power improves, and you'll also see that your belly is getting constricted. Few times you do it and just sit and experience what is happening to you. You'll see that your belly is constricting, your muscles are getting toned, and you do it regularly. You'll see that there is a drastic change in the way your this would improve. I went from a 38 waist size to a 30 in 6 months. Don't do it on a full stomach. Only thing to remember, don't do it on a full stomach. That's all. Otherwise, you can do. No problem. Okay? Good. Brilliant. Now, what is the space element? What does it signify? What does the space element signify? Do it how many more times you want. No problem. Akasha is the environment. Exactly. Now, how many of you love the life points breath work? The life points breath work. How many of you loved it? Type love in the chat box if you loved it. So the life points breath work comes from a book which is called the. Do you know where the source is? The source of the life points breath work? It is from a book which is called the. Any guesses? It's from a book It's actually a referenced book. None of that. None, no Susura Samhita, not from Rig Veda, no. It is from a book which is called the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra. How many of you have heard of it? The Vigyan Bhairava. The Vigyan Bhairava Tantra. The Vigyan Bhairava Tantra is a conversation that happened between Shiva and Parvati. Is a conversation that happened between Shiva and Parvati. There are multiple books that explain the Vigyan Bhairav, and this is one book that I go to. It is called,
Osho.
can you read this?
Osho.
The Book of Secrets. It's by Osho. Ramya, blessed you are. It's a book that is written by Osho called the Vigyan Bhairav. And this is something that we explore into in our there are a few people that I'm mentoring very closely in a very small setting, very intensely. There are a few people that I mentor. So that is where we are discussing this part of life as well. So the Vigyan Bhairav is a conversation that happened between Shiva and Parvati, wherein 112 techniques of meditations was explained. 112 techniques of dharana. Let me know with the agree in the chat box if you agree that one of the most important skills that we, our children, our next generation need to have today is the ability to hold our focus. The extent to which we are able to focus, concentrate, become aware is the extent to which we would grow. And this technique helps you hold your focus. That is what you experienced that day. That is why you were so peaceful. Now, I would take you through that once again, wherein you would concentrate, or rather become aware of 2 points in your breath. And as you would go through that for the first minute or so, I will guide you through it. And after that, you'll do it by yourself for about 30 to 40 seconds, and then I'll bring you back. Are you all ready? Type ready in the chat box if you're ready. Once again, let's go into that most peaceful state of ours where you're completely connected with yourself. You're at peace. All right. Back straight. Your spine straight.
అది ఎందుకు
Chin parallel to the floor.
డైరెక్ట్
Shoulders are relaxed.
ఇప్పటిదాకా ఎందుకు పెట్టలే?
Your
ఉంది
eyes are
పక్కకు ఉంది ఇది
comfortably
డైరెక్ట్
closed.
Inhale.
Concentrate on your breathing and become aware of the 2 points in your breath. You would hear my voice for some time, and after which
Modulation.
we'll go into that inner journey for the next 30 seconds after I stop the instructions, wherein you would go deeper and deeper. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. very slowly. Open your eyes. Let me know in the chat box. How did you feel? What is that? What is that you felt? Relaxed, peace, good, relaxed, nice, calm, soothing,
గొంతు
sleepy and
చూసావా?
peaceful. Okay, deep, awesome, super, good. Stay with it, right? Because we'll explore a lot more in the 21-day challenge. Where there is a definite process through which you'll be taken in your meditation. You'll go even deeper there. As Sonika said yesterday, it's unlike most meditative practices that we do here in the challenge. All right, so that's your wisdom from the weekend better. And now I would like to congratulate all of you because you all are winners. Each and every one of you who played the quiz in the morning. How many of you loved the quiz in the morning that we played? The quiz in the morning. All right. Brilliant. Love the quiz. All are winners. Each and every one of you played are winners. You know what? Some of you were like a little bit more comfortable with your devices and you were able to send your responses very, very quickly, because of which we have 3 winners. Are you ready for the winners? Type ready in the chat box if you're ready for winners. Ready in the chat box if you're ready. All right. The third prize. The third prize goes to Rupesh. Can we congratulate? Can we all clap on camera for Rupesh here? Congratulations, Rupesh. Brilliant. Great work. All right. Second prize goes to Sandhya. Congratulations, Sandhya. Congratulations. Can we all congratulate Sandhya? All right. And guess who's got the first prize? The first prize goes to yes, Santosh. Congratulations, Santosh. Santosh just said it was me because we already have sent them the gift voucher, so they know, right? So congratulations, each and every one. Thank you so much for making this an amazing, amazing, amazing gut reset workshop. You guys have been great. We have bigger games in the 21-day challenge. Okay, we play bigger games. Now, you want to celebrate every day. You want to celebrate every single day of your life. You want to make life a big celebration, a monstrous celebration, when every day is an opportunity to celebrate. The problem with our celebration is that whatever we learn, 50% is gone forever by the time it is tomorrow morning. And 90% is gone forever by the time it is next week. And would you be happy if you don't forget these? Would you be happy if you would forget these, whatever you learned here? Because the way you would remember them is by putting them into practice. How many of you here want inevitable transformation? That top score coming down to single digits. Coming down to single digits. How many of you would like to see that? Your top score coming down to single digits. Or would you like to crash into me years later? I would love to host you anytime, but then that's not how I would like you to take your life. You deserve the results you desire. But how? Can somebody tell me in the chat box? We deserve things that we desire for. But how do we deserve it? Yes, by taking actions, by forming habits, by forming powerful gut habits. Now, let me know in the chat box if you have joined the 21-day challenge. Type a me in the chat box. There are about 45 people who have joined the 21-day challenge. They're action takers, brilliant work, right? Superb. And I can see a lot of responses here. Thank you very much. For those of you who haven't, how many of you here are on the fence? Type fence in the chat box if you're like on the fence. Neither here nor there. On the fence. Type fence in the chat box. Fence in the chat box. You know what? What I'm going to do today here is either shift you this way or that way, because it is very painful on the fence. To sit on the fence is very painful, right? So I would tell you since traveling. Let's see. Okay, let's explore. Now, I'll just quickly explain what this is so that everybody knows what it is, and then you can ask questions. I'll be very happy answering. Okay, now, okay, let me just. Now, it starts on the 9th of August. Okay, you can ask your questions. I'll be very happy answering them. It starts on the 9th of August. Arushi, please post your questions here. The outcome of which is to heal and plug your leaky gut without doctors or pills. Because we see that there is a 54 percentage drop in the tox score in 21 days. Because you go through this practice that you see here. It's a very important practice, my friends, wherein you go through a week of rise, wherein you see that you are able to create the deep understanding of your own health and well being, wherein you take one Prakriti based meal that day. The second week, you will explore the intricacies of your unique body type. We'll focus on two meals, which is Prakriti based. And week three is where you will accelerate this. Whatever you've learned, you're going to accelerate that. And in that week, I will also help you take care of your fears. The fear that you cannot be healthy, the fear that your next generation might suffer because of this, the fear that I am not good enough, the fear that might stop you from achieving your full potential. That is one of the things on my agenda in week three to give you that acceleration. This is what you'll do in the entire day. You'll have a yoga session in the morning, which is at 6 a.m. You thought provoking questions in the form of polls during the day. And you'll also do a mission, simple mission, but that one simple mission will give you so much insights, not only for you, but also for your family. The 5E Eureka. And something, if I missed it yesterday, let me tell you, if you want to join and you also want your spouse or your loved one to come in and do it with you, please make them do it. No problem. One of you can enroll and you can help the other do the same. We want you guys to experience this. Because once you experience the change that is happening to you, you'll not be the same. That's transformation. Now you'll also be playing games just like what we did here, and you'll be organizing your day in advance. You'll also do a bedtime meditation, which is extremely powerful. Week two, by the time you're in week two, you'll see that the bedtime meditation take you on a different level. Even before you sleep, you'll be in a trance, and you'll be able to install whatever you need in your life in that state. Be it health, be it wealth, be it relationships. Also recipes that you get for week one, week two, and week three. What exactly happens is that you move from here, is that you move from this state to this state. That is what happens. You move into an optimal toxic score. The tox score has got a good potential to come down to single digits. My tox score, I'm sure it was well above 120 once. The last time I checked, it was 9. So that's how it can transform by incorporating daily habits, small daily habits. If you want facts, these are the facts. A 54 percentage drop in 21 days. It is because you're tracking your health. You know what is exactly happening with your health. And all these beautiful, healthy recipes is something that you learn how to prepare. All that. You also get a certificate at the end. Now, these were some of the reviews that I went through, but I would like to just read out significant portions of that. I've started seeing improvements, though slowly, but after 10 years of stomach disturbance. Anagha, who was able to have a child, earlier she had PCOS, now she's got a child. She's not able to get pregnant. She is a doctor herself. Now, this is something that Uma said, that she's enjoying the yoga and the lifestyle changes that she's doing. Body odor gone, because it was a toxins that was bringing out his body odor, that is gone. Gut is feeling much better after 1 year. Came out of my constipation, feeling very healthy even in the rainy season, which was a big problem for her. Anxiety down by 30% in 3 days. Weight loss 3 plus kilos. High energy, better skin. Meditation became her new addiction. Having gained good muscle strength, cholesterol levels coming back to normal, double the energy, no feeling of dizziness after eating, and the list goes on. Thanks for the magic workshop and tips. What exactly happens? I explained this yesterday also. Your tox score drops by 50% in 4 weeks. You end the inflammation in your gut. You develop a super trained immune system. You become your own doctor. Now, I'd like to ask you this. There are a lot of questions that have come up. I'll answer them. How much do you spend on an average in your health every single year? How much do you spend on an average on your health every single year? This includes your health insurance. How much do you spend? What is the amount that we spend every year? 60K, 1 lakh. What else? Who else? Only two people spending 60K, 25K. Now, as you compare that, this is what I've invested in my health to learn. Okay? And the thing is, there are a lot of information that is out there which is unstructured, which can lead you in the wrong direction. But you can come back to the right direction by taking a plunge into the 21-day challenge with a one-time investment of rupees 9,999. The link is there in the chat box. And I'd love to welcome you in. Do let me know if you have joined in right now that you are a gut warrior. Warrior with the O. Okay, you're a gut warrior. Do let me know in the chat box once you've joined it. Now, there are a lot more bonuses. I want to make this as easy and as good for you as possible. Filling it with as much possible so that you're able to make this decision easier. Because if somebody here is on the fence of joining, Mira, congratulations and welcome to the challenge. Super. Aparna, the consultation, if you would like to come in for a consultation with me, that is going to be for a 1-year commitment. The one-on-ones that I take or the people that I work with, that I mentor, are on a 1-year journey. I do not believe in one consultation and going off. No, it's a commitment that we both need to have. If that is the case, you can reach out to Ashwin. Would love to do that. All right. Now, the first bonus that you get is a ticket to meet me live. Okay? Is to come to an event where I will be one of the speaker with 12 other life hackers, and you can come there, and I would love to meet you there. I'd love to meet my tribe there. Most of the tribe is coming there, so you're welcome there. Ashwin, please post your number as well, so that people can reach out to you. So it's not a one-on-one consultation; it's a 1-year commitment. That's what we do. All right, good. Now, there you go. The 21-day yoga mastery, where you would be going through a very structured yoga plan that you can follow for the rest of your life. There it is. I told you yesterday that we do teach yoga, and it's a very deep connect that you form with yourself in this program. Also, you learn meditation, very structured form of meditation. You'll learn how to relax on demand. You'll deepen your relaxation and meditation the second week. In week 3, you'll transform your unconscious patterns. This is what you'll do. Ashan, would you be able to post your number in the chat box so that people can reach out to you? So Ashwin is one of the co-hosts. You can reach out to him. Now, meditation became much more deeper for Sangeeta because she went through that structured process that we have here. Right? You can ask your questions, I'll answer them. If I miss it, repost them, I'll answer them. Don't worry, okay? Bonus number 4 is 15 masterminds, including the one on Viruddhahara that I mentioned today. Incompatible food combination. Including that would be part of this that you become. And this is by far my most favorite session. When I did Nirbhaya for the first time, or when I experienced that technique for the first time, it made me absolutely fearless. And the next day onwards, opportunities started knocking on my door, even without me pursuing them. Because that ceiling that I had did not exist for my growth, internal and external. It did not exist for me whatsoever. So when that changed, when I let go of my fears, when I was able to become that best version of me, that is when things started changing for me forever. And this session has transformed lives like anything. This is what Siddharth had to say. He became fearless in that one session that he did. One session. You'll also be part, or you'll be guided by our mentorship team. It's not just me, it's the co creator who's also there in this, Dr. Lakshmi, Sheila, Likhit, Ashwin, Ajay. All of them would make sure that you are at your best. Okay? I want a light challenge here. Just give me a minute. All right. Now, it's likely that you'll spend more time on the bonuses itself than this program. A total value of 58,996 can be yours for rupees 999. The link is there in the chat box. Do let me know. Why should you really invest? I've got a lot of comments which would say that there is so much on YouTube, it's free. You can go to a nearby doctor, you can take up yoga courses, all that is fine. On YouTube, you wouldn't find structure. You go to a doctor, you will meet them once, and you can meet them over and over and over again, as compared to you becoming your own doctor, you becoming your own master. The third, which is the one that I mentioned earlier, if you really like to do that, please go ahead and do that. No worries. And think about this. You would like to achieve something in 1 year, or you would like to achieve that in 21 days to 1 month. That is what happens when you work with a community. So the first reason is you can drop your talk score down by 50% at least in the next 4 weeks. 80% of the people who come to us experience that. And you work with a team. It's a teamwork. It's not alone that you do. And I usually see about two kinds of people in my life. All these people who work with us, they took a decision to change their lives. You take a decision, you move on. The second kind is where you're not able to take a decision. I understand that is because of your gut. Your gut is not allowing you to take a decision because you want to hold on to that money probably, or you'd like to hold on to the time that you have, thinking that abhi nahi baad mein karenge, you can do it later. But you know what? It never gives you a second chance many a times. Life doesn't give you a second chance. And I took that decision, and many of the people who are with us took that decision to change their lives because they knew that if they did not take action right now, the outcome or the cost of not taking action would be much more than taking action itself. You might be feeling, why am I pushing you so much? You know what? The right mentor always pushes. If a mentor is not pushing, there is no outcome that they might want out of that.
Co-creator is also there. Not only me,
When you are pushed,
co-creator
if you are
is
able to
there.
take action when you are pushed,
Creator like
it means that you are taking action.
good.
You are transforming inside already, that you are ready to be pushed. You are at the right place at the right time. That is not enough. You have to be the right person at the right place at the right time. That is what creates a transformation. And you work with the community, you're not working alone. You also get to meet the community when you come for the retreats. That's what we do. You get to meet the community. That's me in one of the yoga classes at the retreat that we did. Now, all of this can be yours for 9,999. The link should be there in the chat box. And you can reach out to Ashwin if you'd like to have a 1 year long commitment with us. That's also something that I would like to put out today. Do something today. This is something that I would like to leave you with. I was reading this book called the Be Your Future Self Now. And this book says, do something today that your future self will thank you for. 21 days to change your life, and for less than the cost of a good four, I think it's a fair deal. Think about it. If you have any questions, let me know in the chat box. Is it okay for you? Do let me know once you've joined. I'd love to welcome you in. Nidhi, welcome to the 21 day challenge. Shanti, no. What you can do is you can reach out to Ashwin. Shanti, you can reach out to Ashwin and he'll give you the details. Ashwin, please post your number so that Shanti can reach out to you. And if you wish, you can get in touch with me. Ashwin will tell you how to go about it. Even before we start, you'll be getting in touch with me. So that's something that we do. Please keep me posted on your forthcoming 21 day challenge. Srila, Ashwin might do it because only if we have slots, because we do not take, we have a quota every month, the number of people that we take in for the challenge, because it is not that how many 500 people come we'll accommodate. No, we have a quota. If we exceed that, we never let the previous batches know that there is a 21 day challenge coming up. So this might be one opportunity where you'll be able to join, because after that we might not. Our team is limited and we keep it like that because we want quality in the outcome that we deliver. We always focus on the quality of the outcome that we deliver. So if it's now, you might be able to come in tomorrow. I don't know. As in when my father and me started on Trifla Gugulu, we have thyroid fluctuations. Aparna, you do not need thyroid, you do not need Trifla Gugulu. Gugulu is not for everybody. This is the problem that I see most of the time. We use medicines unscrupulously even before we know what is the content in it. This is when my teacher told me that the medicines are going to get exhausted. I was really happy. At least people might not misuse it.
Okay.
I'm sure I too will benefit. Thank you, Mira. Nearby session is the third week of the 21 day challenge. Nidhi, I see a long question. You can reach out to Ashwin. Yeah, you can take in the 21 day challenge and then you can continue medications if you're on any. Please, no problem. Need guidance on amount of water. Yasmin, what kind of place you are in? Multiply that by 40 or 50. Rajini, you can reach out to Ashwin. He might be able to help you out with that. What part of the day should Trifla last thing in the day? If you start Trifla as it was unsaturated, will it affect Shiva Krishna? It'll have a very big side effect on the kidney that it might be healthy. So please continue Trifla. It's good for you. It's really good for you. Jayanti, thank you very much for that. I saw that. Kulkirti, welcome to the 21 day challenge. I have overreactive bowel issue, not able to hold urine and consistency. There might be a physical side to it, there might be a psychological side to it. We might need to explore which one is that. If it's a physical, a few suggestions that we have put across here might help, but if it's psychological, you need deeper work. I want to know, Vijay Lakshmi, you should consider dry. You're saying that Trifla accelerate fire. It can take till our last day. Yes, you can do that. It is a 10-239. It will be 10-239. Yes, Rajendra. Rajesh Joshi, I need to discuss with my wife personally. She's out of it. Get it, no problem. Reach out to Ashwin for that. If we have any slots, we might be able to get you in. Otherwise, what you can do is you can make a small deposit and then come in. Yes, Jayanti, do come down. Okay. Jayanti, when you come down, would love to meet you there. Would love to give you a warm hug when you come down. All right.
Warm hug.
Kavya, welcome to the 21-day challenge. Okay, just give me a moment. I saw that Kavya. Wait. I saw that Kavya was here. Kavya, are you here? Can I just ask you to unmute if that is okay? I'd like to know what really inspired you to join the 21-day challenge. I've asked you to unmute if you can.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Kavya. What inspired you to join in? I can see that you took time, but what inspired you to join in?
Couple of things actually. One, I really did want to do a yoga challenge, and I not challenge, but I really have been wanting to start yoga, right? And I don't know if you can call it procrastination. Maybe it's procrastination, or maybe I'm just trying to find the right person and do it in person if possible. And I thought, let me at least start. Right, so that was the first thing. Yeah.
Wow.
And I was also contemplating because I'm not going to be in town, and I'm back only on 8th, so I was not sure if I could start. So that was yeah.
All right. Thank you for letting me know. How do you feel about taking that action? How did it feel when you took action?
That's good. And I should also say, I really liked what you said in terms of a mentor being very pushy. So that's good. Keep doing that. So,
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kavya. All right. So, Swikriti Sengupta, welcome to the 21-day challenge. Retreat is not included in the 21-day challenge, but you will get an invite to it, right? Because retreat is going to be a in-person in a property where you will stay, you'll have food, you'll have the activities, the team would be around, so it's not included in the 21-day challenge. But once you come into the 21-day challenge, you'll be invited for the retreats, because the retreats would only make sense to you once you know what the program is about. Right? 1 year will be offline with you sometimes on. Neelam, it's going to be completely online. Except during the retreats, the 1 year long program that we have is completely online. Shanti, please reach out to Ashwin. He'll help you out with that. I'm a 29 Mohit, if you can reach out to Ashwin and let him know what is going on. He'll fill me up on this, on what's happening, and then we can take it forward. I've been feeling really acidic, headache, dizziness. After I started 5E practice, is that normal? Abhijit, it might just be a reaction of your, the toxins coming out. So just go with it. Do not stop. Just go with it. It's fine. Fairoz, welcome to the 21-day challenge. Jayanti, Ashwin told me that you joined. Great. Can we have Trifla to a kid below 10 years? Yes, with honey. Give it with honey. I asked about thyroid and Trifla when my father and me started on Trifla Gugulu. Do not take Trifla Gugulu. Gugulu is not something that you need. I don't understand temperature correlation 42 degrees Celsius for honey. Can you explain? 42 degrees for honey is something that I would ask you to, if the water is above 42 degrees Celsius, don't take it. If it is honey, if it is original honey, if it is just jaggery water, then that's fine. Can we use brown sugar and oils? Brown sugar, okay. Extra virgin oils, I'm not sure. Depends on the source. Where are you? Are you still here? No, she's left. Okay. If yes, same dose for an adult. Yes. If dairy products like ghee can't be ate by kapha prakriti, how will they get lubrication? I did not say that you cannot take ghee. You can, but it has to be in moderation. Right? Rajendra Padlikar, welcome to the Rajendra Paradkar, welcome to the 21-day challenge. Offline program, not yet. How to handle cheat days? Okay, good question. Sometimes I go to party and maintain social relation. We binge. You know what? Have you heard of Dwayne Johnson? Have you heard of Dwayne Johnson? I'm sure that many of you would have heard that. The Rock, right? He He's one of the most athletic movie stars that I've seen. It's just not muscle. He's very athletic. He's
Yeah.
very flexible. Even though he has got all that medicine,
Dwayne Johnson.
all that muscle, you should go check his cheat day. There's a there's a viral video on YouTube. You should go check that out. That's how his cheat day is. It's not that you cannot do a cheat day. You can. Life is not just about having a samurai like discipline. You can have that, but then you can also have a cheat day. Why not?
Definitely required.
You want to eat something, go eat it. But you should also know what
Suspension.
to do when you do that.
1 month.
That's the important point.
Not
If you're
really.
able to manage your digestion
Polish your
after having that,
instrument
it's
at
okay. One simple act, I'll give you one simple tip. If you go to where we studied, we do it during the retreats also. This time around as well, you teach kriyas on day 2. We teach kriyas on day 3. In fact, day 1 is only for the mentorship students. Day 2, 3, and 4 are for others also. On day 3, we teach kriyas. Kriyas as in the Vaman Dhoti, the Vastra Dhoti, all that we teach, right? So that it is much more deeper and the cleanse happens much more deeper. So a simple Vaman Dhoti would help you if you're doing a lot of, if you cheat a lot and you eaten a lot, just puke it out the next day morning, it will tremendously help you. That's one way of clearing it. Mohit, I got your question. Please reach out to Ashwin. He would have posted his number. He'll help you out. And Ashwin, please reach out to me. Of everybody who has approached us for the 1-year program, we'd love to help them out. Why do acidic people have to quit dairy products? If it is good dairy product from a good source, there are very few little chances that it might cause some trouble later. But now the problem is the milk that comes out of a cow depends on what it eats. It is not that you can feed any junk to the cow and it will give out good milk. No. There is microplastic even in cow's milk today. This is the level to which there is adulteration. It's not adulteration, it's natural adulteration. It's there even in the plants. So you can't escape from that. I usually have sore throat and I also have hypothyroid and pitta. My sore throat connected to my thyroid. How can I fix? Shalu, what I would ask you to do is just focus on the 5-week gut reset system if you have not joined the 21-day challenge. If you have joined, you'll see that the process will be much more faster for you. Hypothyroid is always connected to your digestion. Setting that right is very important. Sore throat, many a times it is connected with your thyroid. Sore throat is inflammation. If your digestion is not right, you are very prone to inflammation because you are a pitta, especially. For how long should we continue with detox tea? For as long as you wish. Rajini, you would like to enroll your son? Absolutely fine. Please do. Kranti, welcome to the 21-day challenge. So I'll go today only after answering questions, okay? Can I have psyllium husk while having low acid problems? You can. Will follow your diet, but I'm just asking, sir, will I get any kidney problems? Vijay Kumar, you will not get it. I'll tell you why. Because our focus is on reducing inflammation. Kidney is very sensitive to inflammation. Very much. It's one of the softer organs in the body and a very delicate, very complex organ as well. Though it looks very shiny, it's got so many small microscopic structures inside that you have no idea. It's filled with blood. It's filled with blood. If you remove the blood out of kidney, it just shrink. Right? So kidney problems will happen if your inflammation doesn't reduce. This program is focused on reducing your inflammation and thereby bringing your top score down. I have milk without sugar. I like it that way. It's okay. Can we give Trifla to 10-year-olds? Yes, with honey.
మూడు తిన్నాను అందుకే
Neelam, the 1 year program is an online program. And we start at 5 in the morning every day. You start your day with us. Arushi, you can reach out to Ashwin for this. Ashwin, can you please post your number so that Arushi can reach out? Is it okay if we use cumin, coriander, fennel, and powder form? No. Don't use powder form, my friend. Chetan, welcome to the challenge. I saw that you have joined, but don't use powder. Use the खड़ा. जो भी खड़ा है उसको use करना है. क्योंकि powder में क्या होता है? ऐसा नहीं कि आप powder नहीं use कर सकते. You can use powder also, no problem. But it's better that you use the grass form. Abhichit, I hope I answered the question. I have umbilical hernia. Can I do tuck in breathing? Do it softly, Sneha. You've got umbilical hernia, do it softly. I have gallstones, can I still take the 21-day challenge? Absolutely yes. Is Amul pure cow ghee good enough to replace refined oil? Look at the price point that Amul is selling it at. They cannot prepare curdled ghee at that price. Because even the cheapest ghee that we get in our hometown, cheapest, I'm not talking about A2 also, they come from Jersey or whatever is available. But if they prepare it well, that is, they curdle the milk, butter is taken out, all that they do homemade, it will cost you 1,500 at least. At least 1,500. And look at the price point that they are selling it at. Do you think it is even possible for them to do it? No, they cannot. Pink salt giving problem for hypothyroidism? Absolutely not. It's a misconception. Selling salt in the name of iodine was a big propaganda to increase the price of salt, because salt didn't have any price. And believe me, the person who prepares salt is not getting anything. And like I mentioned earlier, doctors, most of the time, they say what the MRs say. Most of the time. Jaggery should not be used with milk products. Shashi, the daily schedule for the 21-day challenge, you start at 6 a.m. with the yoga. And the last session of the day is at 8:15. There are 2 live sessions. One is the yoga in the morning, and evening at 8:15 there is a session. These are the 2 sessions that you have. 8:15 session is the plan for the next day. Yoga session is the Zen moment of the day. These are the 2 things that you'll do. The rest are activities that you'll do during the day. When I come down live, I come down for very specific installations for you. And when I come down, it is at 9 p.m. at night. And most probably that will be the last thing that you'll do, because it will go beyond 9:45 at least. What is palm sugar? Palm sugar is that comes from a date palm. Please tell me, is flaxseed good for cooking? Flaxseed oil, not for regular use, Tripti. Steve Raj, you can reach out to Ashwin for that. He'll help you out with the details of it. Trifla tablet or Trifla powder? Trifla powder. Reason? Trifla tablet contains starch and other binders. Trifla powder is a much natural form. And you can see, if you just powder the Trifla tablet and you just take Trifla powder separately, the consistency would be different, the color would be different, the qualities are different, the outcome will be different. I heard TMJ related issue has relation with GERD. Can you please tell me? I have seen a lot of people. Where are you? Are you here? Dr. Sriju. I saw that you're here. Dr. Sriju, yes, you're very right. I've seen a lot of people with GERD and TMJ related, right? Gugulu. Now, TMJ is an inflammatory problem. The temporomandibular joint dislocation and the related inflammation is an inflammatory problem. I'm talking to him like this because he's a doctor, okay? So it's an inflammatory problem. And the GERD is another inflammatory problem, but is in your GIT. Gugulu is a GI irritant. Gugulu can irritate your gastrointestinal tract. That is why somebody mentioned here, when they're taking Trifla Gugulu, they've got a problem, because it contains that resin. It's a resin. Gugulu is a resin. So it's not something that everybody can take. We also recommend Gugulu, but that is at very specific points in your learning journey. We don't recommend as it is, and it's only there for the 1 year program, because only then you'll be able to completely understand what you're doing and work with it.
అందుకే యోగా అంటున్నా.
I'm suffering from continuous belching these days. How do I get rid of this? The gut reset program, the 5 elements method, that's what you do.
రీసెట్కి ఏదో వర్డ్ చెప్తాను, వచ్చిందన్నో ఆపేసుకున్నావు.
How gut health is related to cholesterol. Harish, the food that you eat gets absorbed into your blood through your gut. Not only that, cholesterol mostly is not metabolic or something that comes from your food. Mostly it is a response to stress. Many a times stress reduces your digestion, and because of that cholesterol happens. It has been proven by the American Heart Association that it is not the consumption of dietary oils and stuff that causes cholesterol. The biggest driving factor is stress. The doctor will never tell you this. Can you advise about the nuts and the quantity of to be taken? It is different for different prakritis. For kapha, minimal. For vata, they can take it. Anita, welcome to the 21-day challenge. Brilliant. Can we give Triphala to kid below 10 years? I think I mentioned that. Yes, you can with honey. The outcome after multiplying is 1800, so that what it means 1.8 liters. Is Triphala good for fatty liver? Absolutely. Triphala is good for almost everything. That is why it is called a Nitya Rasayana, a daily rejuvenator. And one another very important property of Triphala is like this. Triphala Kafapittagni Kushta Meha Vinashni. Kushta Meha Vinashni. It is good for your skin. That is why you heard Sonika says that my skin improved. Meha is prameha or diabetes. A specific form of diabetes which is kapha predominant. It is very helpful. Pitta also it works, not so much for vata. So in the 21-day challenge, not actually that, post that, diabetes is something that we help people deal with in a much different way, because you need to understand what exactly is your D type. Which type of diabetes do you have? Only once you understand will you be able to take action. Thank you, Shalu. Thank you so much. Loved my session. Thank you very much. You are able to love my session because you have so much love in you. Thank you very much. Is it okay if we use cumin, coriander, fennel in powder form? Yeah. No, not in powder form. Sorry. I missed that. Not in powder form. Himalayan pink salt bad for hypothyroidism? I think I answered that question. Can we take milk with jaggery? No. Can we give Triphala? I think I answered that question. And Pitta, is Triphala okay? Detox tea okay? Absolutely. Curd is not there for Pitta, nor bananas or lime. Can I take this every day? Curd is hot. Definitely a no-no for Pitta. Bananas are okay. Lime, not regularly. Triphala with honey is good or not? Yes, Triphala with honey is good. Stomach is playing up. Should I stop detox water? Not necessarily. Continue for a few more days, my friend. Can we use the scrub on dry skin? Yes, but if you feel very dry, wet the scrub and then use it. Ashin, please post your number if somebody would like to reach out to you. Suggest substitute for oil other than ghee. I gave 4 substitutes for that. I have gallstones. Can I still take the 21-day challenge? Yes, you can. Why not? Can asthma be reversed? I've just reached 9:05. The question came at 9:05. I'm just answering it right now. There are so many questions. There are 100 plus even right now. So, can asthma be reversed? When I do yoga, I used to get wheezing. So please let me know. You're getting wheezing because you're stretching yourself. That's okay. I do something which is called the Wim Hof breathing, if you've heard of it. The Wim Hof breathing is an extreme form of breathing where you would hold your breath for as long as 1.5 minutes, which is like 90 seconds. Okay? So I'm able to do that because I've practiced enough of Kapalabhati, enough of Bastrika, enough of Anlom Vilom, because I'm able to hold that long. So you will grow with time, Jibin. Mhm. AK Modi, I got that question if you're here, but I need to understand first what is it that you would need before I can answer that question that you asked here about the 1 year commitment. Okay, I need to understand what your need is. So do reach out to Ashwin, he'll help you out. Uh, Along with allopathic daily medicines, can we take Trifla? Yes, you can. If we follow 5E, how many days will we see a tox score reduced by 30 to 40%? I have no idea. But I can tell you one thing. If you stay committed enough on the 21-day challenge, you'll see a difference in 30 days.
అయిపోయింది.
We make ghee at home with full cream milk. Is that good?
నేను వేసాను.
Archana, where does the
నానే
milk come from? Is it coming from a packet?
నేనే వేసాను.
Not good enough. The source is not good. You get full fat milk, then you curdle it, then you take the butter out, you prepare ghee. The method is good, but the source is not.
ఆపరా బాబా, ఇంకా అది నేను
Can we use scrub on dry skin?
చేయాలి, అది
Yes,
కూడా
you
టైం
can.
పడుతుంది.
How to join the retreat? You will be
లేదు, పిల్లలు
informed.
నొప్పి వస్తుంది.
Okay? How do I know if I have leaky gut? Any medical test? It is something that happens at a very microscopic level. If you want to know, the only medical test that it will show up is on a RA, rheumatoid arthritis test, or a ANA, anti-nuclear antibody test, or an anti-dsDNA. All these will only show up once you have an autoimmune disorder. So don't wait till then for it to manifest and then take care of it. Prevention is better than cure any day. An ounce of prevention will help you, will save you a ton of cure. Thank you, Sahana. Can I increase Trifla dose for chronic constipation? Don't even think about it. Trifla is not something that you can use for constipation. If you're taking higher amount of Trifla, it is only irritating your gut and you're pushing that out. It's not good enough. It's okay to take Trifla lifelong. Yeah, definitely. Steve Raj, go ahead and ask Ashwin, he'll help you out with that. Vijay Lakshmi can continue rock salt. I have chronic fissure. Please continue Trifla. निखिल, मुझे ऑनलाइन कुछ नहीं चाहिए, कुछ ऑफलाइन वर्कशॉप है, नॉट येट. Is Trifla good for fatty liver? Yes. Offline programs which stay coming up, Anzan. Definitely coming up. But not right now. Because we have this, so that you guys are staying back here, which means you're really dedicated to this. We have acquired a 5-acre land wherein there is a beautiful project that is coming up. The tribe would be invited there from time to time. The tribe, like who is there in the 21-day challenge and beyond, will be invited from time to time for the different activities that we do there. That is what we are in the process of building. Coming to Mumbai on 12th of August. Brilliant. Would love to see you there, Meera. Love to meet up. Is Kala Namak good for health and can it be added in curd? Yes, you can. Can asthma be reversed when it, I think, answered the question. Rajit, I was diagnosed with ascariasis. Albendazole helped since 5 months. I have severe diarrhea. Colonoscopy. He said that IBS colonoscopy results are normal, and they said IBS means there is nothing wrong with you. It is not with your gut, it's with your brain and your gut brain axis. You set that right, it'll be fine, because IBS is not a structural problem. There's nothing wrong with you structurally. It's all functional. Because of the ascariasis problem that you had, it has meddled with your neuronal network in your gut. That needs to be sorted, and it cannot be directly sorted by taking medicines. It needs much deeper work. Rajit. I don't use sugar, how much do I agree? according to your need. 12th August, some relative also accompany, or else I'm in Kutch, but have my family in Mumbai. Please, Neelam, feel free to come with your friends as well. Ashwin will help you with the tickets. 21 days online hai Corona, bilkul. Yoga can be done by people with arthritis, no doubt. Uh, how will we everyday work having 21 days? How will we everyday work having 21 days challenge practice? It will easily just set into your daily routine. You can do office work. How long to take trifla? For as long as you wish. Substitute for refined oil other than ghee. I give you 4 today.
యోగా క్లాస్ ఏం చేయాలి మరి?
Um,
అయినా వాళ్ళు
6 గంటలకి
my dad who's on dialysis, can he take trifla at
5 to
night?
6 కదా,
Small dose, no, he can
6
take
o'clock.
2 pinches, give him no problem.
అయినా వాళ్ళు
Can we take
రికార్డు
chapati for
పంపిస్తారు.
dinner? Yes, depends on your prakriti. Jayanti. It is difficult for me to answer some questions to my okay. So Pankaj, you can't go wrong anyway. You go with the best guess, you can't go wrong. Which is the best substitute for sugar in tea among options? Raw sugar. Sushila, welcome to the 21 day challenge. Is there a direct relation between gut health and autoimmune disease or ribs? Anywhere in your body, there's a direct connection. You have a leaky gut, you are prone to autoimmune diseases. Deepali, welcome to the 21 day challenge. How to take ghee to gain weight?
50 that is ఇప్పుడు ఇవాళ
Moni, you start taking ghee. Before you take ghee, take trifla for at least 3 weeks before you start taking higher amounts of ghee. Small amounts are okay. Higher amounts of ghee, take it only after you take trifla. What will happen is you'll grow good amount of muscle
నిన్న
through that.
వాడు చెప్పిన స్టైల్కి
That is what will happen.
కానీ నేను చెప్పిన పాయింట్ దగ్గరనే ఆగింది.
Naveen, you have any question, you can ask it here. Constipation happening. Deepa, continue with the process that you've started. Can I do the other jobs also? Why not? I took trifla yesterday night, morning I had burning sensation. Check the source of trifla.
Burning sensation?
Not all trifla are good. Sure, Samit, I got your message here. I'm Pitta dominant when I took the quiz, but after reading Prakriti, yeah, whatever you feel, go ahead with it. It will start, the 21 day challenge is starting on the 9th of August. You would have seen every time somebody asks me what is the date, I look toward my right. I've got a calendar here. So that's what I do. Doctor, please guide on plant-based milk. I have no idea. Plant-based milk, I've not explored into it, to be very honest. Can we use salt as scrub? It is very, Mrudula Gokuldas, it is an extremely, not so good thing to do with salt. Not regularly, definitely. Once in a while is okay. Milk powder, good alternative to consuming milk. I'll tell you, my friend has a milk powder supply unit. Okay? And he told me that he doesn't take that home. He never gives that to his kids. So now you know. Any told me that he's in a humanity minus industry. My Prakriti is Vata. When I'm bloating, it said not to eat hot, spicy food. What should I do? Rishika, take good amounts of ghee. Coffee in the morning harmful? Not really. Once in a while you can. Well, I don't take tea, coffee. Quite some time I have not been taking that. So it's very peaceful. My mind is where it needs to be. Is psoriasis a genetic disease? Not really. It is an autoimmune disorder. It starts with your gut. Advice for diabetes: work on your digestion. Sumit, I can see that you have pinned yourself. Welcome to the 2020 challenge. I saw you there. Vata person hence should take only oil, dairy product. No problem, Veera. You'll be able to digest it. Uh, mhm. Merlin, is that a question?
ఇంకా జాలి
I
ఉందా?
don't understand. You have not been well since 8th of July, and that's a statement. If you have a question, please post it once again. Love to answer that. My uric acid is 6.9. Will it reduce after taking the fly? Yes, it would. I've been advised to take uh, Amalaki Churna. You can. Is pure cow ghee good enough to replace refined oil? Oh, yes. Also, almond milk or soy milk can be, to a certain extent.
చాలిచ్చానా?
Hmm. Thank you, Nirmala. It's good to take this. I'm just checking the messages, okay? Why tea? Why the tea with these spice and not with other? I don't understand the question.